Hey, first off, great work making friends with non-Christians. This is not only biblical, it is total defiance in a current cultural moment that simply can't handle disagreements. And so I think it says a lot about you that you can have major disagreements with someone you love, but to continue on in that friendship despite the disagreement, that is beautiful. Anyway, if you've made your faith known to a non-Christian friend, and let's be honest, you're pursuing them because you want them to see them with Jesus, but they're cringing, they're recoiling in response to you talking about your faith, what do? My advice, and it's a bit of a hot take maybe, I'd advise you to pull back on the reins of sharing your faith in order to preserve the friendship. Now, why would I say that? Well, it's losing the short-term battle in hope of winning the long game war. Now, here's what I didn't say. Stop being a Christian, or let your morals and standards deteriorate when around this person. No. Stay you, stay following Jesus. That is priority numero uno. Yeah. But for the time being, hit the pause button on sharing your faith with that person in what you say, not in how you live, because ending that relationship, is my argument, is the worst possible option. Can we agree on that? So as you lower the meter of talking about your faith, crank up the meter of praying for their faith. Pray for their hearts to soften, because here we go. It may not be long before life turns sideways for them, and they recall something that you said about God. And if you're still friends with them, then when life turns sideways, now they have a resource. They have a lifeline in you. But if that relationship was terminated years back because you couldn't refrain from thumping them over and over again with your faith, then this person may not have an avenue back to the gospel, to Jesus. But hey, if you feel guilty or bad about not sharing your faith in this context, then I would just advise you to go back and reread the Gospels a few times, because there are numerous times in the ministry of Jesus that he commands, in one sense, he commands people to lie low at times about spreading his fame, because it's just simply not the wisest thing to do in that moment. For example, I think of Mark 1, right after healing a leper, Jesus commands the now healed leper to stay silent about the healing, but he disobeys and spreads the word about Jesus anyways, which causes Jesus to have to detour around some of the larger cities, all that. But then second, you think about someone like the rich young ruler, where Jesus avoids sharing the gospel himself with this man because this man wasn't ready for the gospel. Word on the street is that the rich young ruler actually circled back a year or so later, according to church history, and became a follower of Jesus. Joseph of Arimathea, anyone? I'm not sure, but the idea here is that maybe there are moments and seasons in your relationship with someone that you pull back on the reins of sharing your faith with that person, so that in another season, that relationship is healthy. And now begins a time where, because of the friendship has the soil of health, you're able to jump in and share the gospel. Comment below if you believe that Joseph of Arimathea was the rich young ruler, and watch one of these videos. See ya.